Well, the Italian Bowl is now just 2 weeks away, and one team has already punched their ticket to travel to Toledo. The Parma Panthers will play at the Glass Bowl on July 1st, and their opponent will come from our IFL Game of the Week. Justin Feldkamp, Nick Ide, and Rob Sims break down the semifinal showdown between the Firenze Guelphi and the Ancona Dolphins.
The semifinals are here. We have 4 teams vying for the 2 spots to play inside the Glass Bowl on Saturday, July 1st, 3 o'clock kickoff with 2:30 p.m. pregame coverage here on BCSN. I'm Justin alongside Nick and Rob, our pregame team here for our IFL coverage on BCSN. And guys, as we take a look at this bracket, we see Parma and Varese, we see Firenze and Ancona. 3 of these 4 teams we expected at the beginning of the season to get to at least this point. Yes, we've seen Varese be an upstart, but as we focus in on Firenze and Ancona, we have Art Briles, the head coach of Florence, the guy who led them to the title last year, coming back after missing the entire season due to a medical reason, but he has returned, and it's a little jolt of energy, I'd imagine, for this Guelphi team.
Yeah, a lot of things are coming together for this matchup. This semifinal game should be very entertaining. Ancona, which I think has surprised a lot of us at how good a football team this team really is. They've never made that step beyond the semifinal to the Italian Bowl. This is the best team I've ever seen them play with, but they're going up against the defending champions now with Art Briles coming back and one of the most dangerous offenses I've seen in Europe.
Yeah, Rob, I'm going to pose this to you as we take a look at some of the highlights from each of these teams, the Dolphins and the Guelphi. 6-2 versus 7-1, so this is top flight teams as you'd expect. This is a rematch of a game earlier in April in which it went down to the final 4th quarter. Florence was up 30-7, but then Ancona came back to make it a 37-29 game, and then we saw the Florence Guelphi prevail with a 44-37 final score. So take me into the mindset when you're playing a team for the second time in relatively a short amount of time, within the last 3 months or even less than that. So what do you take from a game in which you already faced them and then apply that to a pregame plan and a strategy and a game plan to take them down in the semifinals?
Well, I hope the players have been, taking their film serious. So many things that you can learn from that previous game. Most of it is your mistakes. Learning from the mistakes you made, trying to get them corrected, and hopefully you can get those things done in the upcoming game.
All right, so let's take a look at the statistical comparison of these 2 teams in the semifinals. One step from going from Italy to the United States. Give me a quick key to the game between the Dolphins and the Guelphi, Nick.
The key for both teams is who is going to start quickly. Both of these teams need to start well. Ancona started very poorly the last time, put themselves in a big hole. I think Florence needs to start quickly, because if Ancona gets rolling, they can win, and they could make big problems for Florence.
Yeah, Florence is always going to come in there with that swagger that we can score on anybody. They've done it. They've done it on this team. No matter how close the score was in the first game, they were still able to score more. Ancona has to stop them if they want to win this one.
Good points. All right, for Nick and Rob, I'm Justin. Back to you guys in the Marcos BCSN studio.